Hi guys, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, so welcome. If you're an oldie subscriber, thank you. And if you're just seeing this pretty face for the first time, my name is Imani and I make great content, and we'd love for you to hang around. We'd love for you to join the fam. Thank you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe with your friends, with your family, with your father. Okay, yeah. This video today is something I'm very passionate about. I am a lover of love. Because love is just so beautiful. You know, love is caring, love is kind. You know, I just love love. I love to see people in love. I love love for myself. I just, you know, love is just, you know, a gift from the Lord. Pastor Imani preach. Anyway, I know we talk about a lot of things that change when we move abroad, but nobody ever talks about love. Nobody ever talks about finding love, how hard it could be, how easy it could be, how different it is in navigating life and love as a whole. So that's what I'm here for. And the first thing I want to talk about is just like identity and, you know, self-discovery. This is basically just redefining what love is to you in a new context, in a new environment, and also just still holding on to certain things, certain values, certain, you know, norms that resonate with you back home. You don't have to like change everything. You don't have to do a 360 in your whole life because you're in a new country. No, you just have to, you know, be very open-minded to see certain things differently and know that you know, love is beautiful. You know, you might have had a rough relationship, you might have had a rough, you know, idea. The character developments might have been so major, but that doesn't mean that when you come here it's gonna be the same. It could be, but you know, just really finding all these things. Yes, self-discovery and knowing what you like, what you don't like. And moving abroad, just like growth, requires you to learn, unlearn, and relearn some things. The world is ever changing, so you gotta get in with the program. Number 2 is family and long distance relationship, and this is just not like long distance love, like long distance family, friendships, all relationships. So leaving your family back home, you have to come here and create a new family for you. Like, it's difficult, my friends. Like, you have to come somewhere new, somewhere where you don't know anybody, and create a whole new family. And also, you know, you continue to maintain those long distance friendships, long distance relationships, as you also make new connections, or like trying to make romantic love connections abroad. And so I want to pause and talk about long distance relationship in regards to romantic love, in regards to my lover has moved to America. Honestly, when I first got here, I was in one, and people were like, here's a how to, and I was like, what does it put? Like, do you know how I know? Like, do you know how we've been together 6 years? What do you mean? And I was like, checking yawa ndawa shangaza. Yeah. True to say that they were right. Honestly, number 1, time difference. Number 2, long distance is no joke. It's no child's play, I'm telling you. Number 0.1, America is just difficult, and other days you just need a hug. You know, you just need a hug. You just need your person to tell you, babe, it's gonna be fine. And if you're in a long distance relationship watching this video, I'm not here to break your spirit, because there's some that have worked, but yo, let's be realistic, let's be honest, let's just be real. Like, it ain't going nowhere, babes. Just move on. I'm sorry. And also, you know, just navigating the part where there's people I've met whereby, like, you know, in school, or like some of my friends, where the idea of them like introducing somebody different, for example, like white men to their parents, is difficult. Like, they don't even know, they're scared to think about that. But I've always shared, like, hey, unaweza kuwa umekazana na Otieno, umekazana na Wafula, umekazana na Wanjigi, but your soulmate ni mzungu. So do as you please. It's your life anyway. As an adult, it's your life. Take it as is. If they want to come on board, they will come. If they don't, sharia. Because also there is like tribal differences where people come abroad and they meet, like a Luo person meets a Kikuyu person, and like the Kikuyu people just want their own Kikuyu people. Like, love is love. It does not choose. The heart wants what the heart wants, and you gotta give it what it wants. Yeah. Another thing would be like experiencing love and intimacy in a new environment. So this would be, you know, maybe your idea of love was from your parents back home, and both of them are of the same maybe tribe, or they come from the same place, and you really want your life, your future life, to emulate that, and that is, you know, going to really affect how you move on with the relationships. And also just exploring personal growth and how being in a new environment changes the way you view love and relationships, like just changes the way you see a lot of things. More often than not, honestly, when you come here, sometimes just work. I want to like make this money, I want to go back home, or like I have my person home and I bring them here. Or it's like, you know, you just have this idea of what love should be, and then you get here and you're like, spend a lady, or like, I like this more. So it's like, you know, these things really nobody talks about them out loud, but I'm just talking about them because so this is for you to know that, you know, just moving here and just learning how the differences, you know, you and, you know, as a person who we grow every day, we learn different things every day. So yes, your personal growth and how that growth, how your upbringing or your childhood or just where you come from has influenced how you see love or how you experience love. And, you know, some of these could make or break, because sometimes you're used to just a toxic love, and then you come here and it's like really good loving, and you're like it's just you. But you know, sometimes, you know, sit back down, ladies, soft life, you know, sit back down. Again, I always say, sometimes your stomach is not what you know, just relax. So I'm talking to my cousin, oh my baby, oh where about being open to just, you know, finding new love, learning, seeing certain things, trying new things. You get what I mean? At the end of the day, you have options to choose from. Is class still in session? Okay. Another thing is overcoming language and communication barriers. So this one is interesting, just because honestly, I also understand people who are like, mimi Kenya nataka to Kenya, and I understand that part, because life is easier speaking in Swahili or speaking in your travel language. It's just easier. And also just, you know, some of the things like, you know, humor, idea of love with someone who is from your same cultural background, and then versus from somebody who's not, it's just very different. For example, let me just use myself as an example, right? Hazingine, you just want to speak in Swahili, you just want to like tell this person, or Kijaliwo, tell this person, you know, don't like, we chanda, you know, mkiko sana, you want to tell them, utaniwa, or utaniwa. And also, you know, sometimes you just, the humor part of it, like, it's imagine Sasa, now I'm watching memes, right? Imagine I'm watching memes and I want to show you, and now this meme is in Swahili. When I translate it to English, it has lost ladha, it has lost the like, you know, soup imeisha, imekauka. So it's like, you have to think about other things, like, and once you start pursuing these other relationships, then you see it. You know, kizungu ni gumu kusema 24/7. I'm telling you, like, take this from me. I sit here, I speak for 15 minutes, I have to go and rest, I have to go and lay my back down, because hey, that is so much English I've spoken for 20 minutes straight. Hey, one thing they don't tell you is that speaking English is so difficult 24/7 if you are not born with it. Kuna hii ya watu wanataka kwa cool kids, sawa, that is for you guys. But now Mila, surely to speak English, and this person doesn't understand English, or like there's this jokes, because I mean, you know me, I find like very silly things to be very funny. So it's like, nimekwambia, hey, cheki kisoga mtu wenye refu, and I'm rolling on the floor. And if I tell you, if I tell now my mzungu, now you know the kisogo lunguna, the kisogo, what is the kisogo? The back of their head is so long, it has lost them juicy. So language barrier, my friends. Even now, even at work, I catch myself when I still use ati, see, you know, I catch myself when I still use those filler words, because that translation makes the humor not humorous. And I know that my country people, I'm from Kenya, by the way, my country people really idolize, like kwa na wazungu, they really idolize it. I think it's because they're back home. Now when you come here and live with them, you're like, I can't bana. Then the last one, which would have been the first one, is cultural experiences and norms. Back home in Kenya, we have different processes leading up to marriage, right? There's being engaged, the ring part, there's the wedding part, but most importantly, before all those, before the wedding, there is dowry payment. One of the questions from my first jobs when I worked in America was when people kept on talking about, I marry you, you know. It was just banter at the time. And then you're like, are you ready to pay bride price? And they're like, wow, what the heck? And I start explaining to them, like, you know, this is like an agreement to just show appreciation to my family. And they're like, what? Why do I gotta pay money? Why do I gotta pay money to get you? Like, how much is it? And then maybe you're like, it depends, you know. With my parents, you have to come and negotiate with my parents. You ask like, what about America? Like, what's the process? And then they're like, I mean, it's not that much. I mean, you just go and ask for their hand in marriage. You don't have to pay them no money. Or maybe you'll just get kids, you know, you'll just start living together. I'm like, hey, no strangers will be my stomach until my mother received a bahasha with the money. Like, this cultural norm, just different ways of doing things, like, you know, learning, hoping that your person is very open-minded to know that that is a part of the process, and knowing that, you know, he is very open to come embrace the culture. Some of them are very rigid, some of them are also very racist for it. So you might meet a good one and a bad one, but like ideally, you know, just finding love as a whole. Like, it's just like, me going with you to Kenya to pay bride price, I can't. Like, why should I pay my money to, why should I pay you to be with me? It's like, you know, you're not paying me. You're just appreciating my parents for raising a well-behaved, a very proper young lady like me. And this is my official invite for all of you guys to my nyambo ceremony very soon. Okay, I am just kidding. Anyway, this is the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching until here. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Please engage with me in the comments. What do you think about love? What do you think about finding it or experiencing or discovering love abroad? How has it worked for you? How has it not? Let's hear about your story. Love you, bye.